Say, what's the big idea?
Hey kids, have you ever had trail mix? Trail mix is one of my favorite things. I'm going to open some up and I'll show it to you what it looks like. But trail mix is a bunch of different ingredients. All right, this trail mix has some almonds. I'll come closer. It has some almonds, peanuts on the floor. Peanuts, raisins, it has cashews. Cashews are yummy. And then my favorite thing of all, M&Ms. I love M&Ms. They're good. But, like we're talking about today, when we are going to live a godly life, we need to mix in mercy. That means we need to offer forgiveness to other people, even to people who don't deserve it. Do you know anybody like that? I know there's people that are mean to me. I don't know why. But God says that we need to show mercy and forgiveness and love them even if they don't deserve it. Because that's what Jesus did for us when he died on the cross. Mercy means showing forgiveness. When we show mercy, we're showing other people how much God loves them. Because that's what God did for us through Jesus. So mix in some mercy in your life like you mix in trail mix. Now, one of the fun parts about mixing the ingredients together is you can have, this is salty, this is one of the cashews, and we have some almonds, and peanuts are kind of salty, but then you also have the M&Ms and the raisins that you mix into this, and these are kind of sweet, so you have kind of a sweet and salty together, and that's really good. How about cereal? Have you ever mixed cereal together? They mix cereal together. Like they have Lucky Charms with, well, they already have marshmallows.
Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes. They put Lucky Charms in Frosted Flakes. Some of these things are just kind of weird. But they've gotten into the game of mixing things together. And sometimes they mix things together and it's really good. And sometimes they mix things together and it's not so good. Like when Panda Express did their orange chicken, which is awesome, and they put bacon in it, and bacon is awesome. But orange chicken and bacon together aren't. Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't. Now, we already have two ingredients in our godly life that we talked about. One was a bowl of trust, and the other was the sprinkle of obedience. Well, today we're going to mix a new ingredient called mercy. Mercy means forgiveness, and it's not simply forgiving someone when they say they're sorry. Mercy is forgiving someone even if they don't say that they're sorry. It means we forgive people even if they don't deserve it. Mercy is the hardest kind of forgiveness. But to live a godly life, we have to sprinkle in some obedience and mix in some mercy. Well, two men from last week's story knew all about mercy. And from our story today, one was the first king of Israel, and his name was Saul, and he was really disobedient to God. The other man was Samuel, who we did talk about last week. I'm going to talk about it a little bit more this week. And who David, who Saul anointed as a replacement for Saul. David was described as a man who was after God's own heart. And he was a man who trusted and obeyed God. Saul was very jealous of David because Saul knew that God was with David. And he sent out some of his best soldiers to find David. In our story today, we're going to show what happened, what David did, and how he showed mercy to Saul.